Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, happy Saturday. Unfortunately, I had more of a sadder day than a Saturday. Nothing crazy going on. I'm just once again in a very overworked state. I had a computer Olympiad face-off today, and I learned quite a few things. I discovered a few errors in my code as a result, so it was not a total loss. The problem is that it's Saturday night, and I'm so riled up about the events of today. You know, during the contest, I discovered that there were some things on a different computer that I needed to move over, and I went looking for the cable. And as I'm doing that, somebody decides in that moment when I'm really stressed out to ask me for directions, and I screamed at him to give me space. And unfortunately, I don't know who he is. I'd love to apologize to him, but I was very stressed out. He happened to see me at the wrong moment. And I really despise when my weekends get filled with that, because I don't get a complete rest, and then I start the next week again, and that's when I run into a heck of a lot of trouble, when one week compounds on top of the other without a chance to wind down. So tomorrow I'm going to have to atone for this. Otherwise, I would have run into a lot of trouble. But my publications brought me a lot of opportunities, so I don't know what to do. I wish... See, part of the reason life is so challenging for me is that after doing all these things, I have to compete with other people who have a life partner, right? And I really mean it when I don't want a life partner. I love coming out here by myself. I cannot imagine asking a girl to come with me here. I would dislike that. Just because I love my freedom, right? If I want to pass gas, I just pass it. If I want to put my foot on the table, I just do it. And if I want to say the F word in front of the camera, I just say it. I don't have to think, right? I know I sound a little bit selfish here, but at the end of the day, after a stressful computer Olympiad, after burning myself making art, after dealing with unpleasant clients when I'm doing tutoring, I don't want to have to think again. And I don't know, maybe I'm being selfish here. I wish we had a societal substrate that allowed for people to be single without having to compete against couples. Or what do I mean by compete? Well, I have to compete with my colleagues who have somebody at home cooking for them. I have to compete with peers who have two incomes to pay for stuff, to put gas in the car, to look for housing. That's what I mean by compete, right? If I didn't have to compete against couples, a single life wouldn't be so bad. It would be very comfortable, right? That's why I wanted to move to Taiwan. It seems like, or better yet, Japan, right? It seems like there's more of that substrate that singles can hang around in, right? It's kind of like, see, I recently made some alloys of metals. There are certain things that just don't mix, right? Water and oil, and steel and bismuth don't mix very well together, right? But bismuth and tin do, right? Iron and carbon mix very well, right? Bismuth definitely doesn't mix with carbon, right? I kind of feel like one of those situations where I just don't mix, right? The rest of society is like gold, and I'm like bismuth, right? I'm just floating on top, or they're solidified, and I'm a liquid flowing on top, right? In that case, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.